In this video, I'm unboxing and taking a look at these Boltune active noise canceling headphones, so stay tuned. Hi, this is Andrew from T is for Tech, and today I am taking a look at these active noise canceling headphones from a company called Boltune, B-O-L-T-U-N-E. And these are available on Amazon. And I'd like to thank Boltune for sending these over to the channel for me to take a look at and do a review here, unboxing and a review. So I do appreciate that. Yeah, so we'll just kind of unbox these. The first thing I noticed, when I got the box and when I got the headphones, is that they look really close to what my Bose Quiet Comfort 35s look like. And so we'll take a look and see, what these look like. And obviously, I'm going to do a sound test and all that, and kind of compare them. But the style of the headphone does remind me of the Bose styling. So, all right, take a look at this. So it comes in a nice box. Their website is boltune.net. So if you want to go and take a look at, specs and things like that on their headphones or their other products, I do believe they sell these on Amazon mostly. And so what you end up with here is really nice kind of hard shell case, very similar to what you would see on other higher end headphones. Nice carrying case to protect the headphones when you're not wearing them. And so when I open these up, let's see, what do we have here? Obviously, you have your user guide that basically kind of goes over the headphones, what all the buttons are and all of that. Has an active noise cancellation button, so you can turn the active noise cancellation on and off. Obviously, it has a built-in microphone. Everything has a built-in microphone. There's a 3.5 millimeter audio jack, so if you want to plug it into your phone, if you have a phone with an audio headphone jack. There's a LED indicator power button, volume up and down. You can do long press to do previous track, next track, micro USB charging port, and it does do voice prompts when the battery's low and that sort of thing. So all your information there. You also have, so this is the headphone cable. So if you want to plug these into your phone via the jack instead of Bluetooth, you can do that. There's a little thank you card talking about how to register your warranty and a way to extend your warranty from 12 months to 30 months, if you want to take a look at that. Support numbers, if you have questions, email, etc. Get the micro USB charging cable. And then you have the headphones. Now, like I said, these do look like the Bose headphones to me. And that's a good thing, because I think the Bose headphones are a very nice, basically a very nice setup, right? At least the reason I got mine was that they're very comfortable. And these have very soft ear pads. I don't know if you can see this. Super soft ear pads, left and right. And it's nice, though, that they do fold up, right? So you can store these in the travel case if you're taking them on a plane or whatever. They're nice and compact for your travel needs. So those kind of easily pop up. And then, they do have swivels. So each of the earphones or the ear pads can kind of swivel side to side. Obviously, that's so that they can fold, but so you can get a little bit more just adjustment on your head. And then, these kind of, kind of move in and out on pivots as well. And this is a very nice, they have a nice weight to them. They're not super heavy, but they're not super lightweight either. So, kind of gives you that feel of what you'd think of like if there's a quality composite plastic, nice kind of matte finish. They look very nice. You got the Boltune logo on that side. And then you have basically power button, noise cancellation, so this is the power button, and then this is the noise cancellation switch. So you can switch on and off. And there's the Bluetooth pairing indicator, volume up, down, and a little, I don't know if you can see that, there's a little bump on the plus, so you can kind of know when you feel this, oh yeah, that's plus, right? And it's got a little raised thing there. And then the other side only has the micro USB and what looks to be kind of like a microphone. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, if it's focused on it. Looks like to be a microphone hole on the other side as well. So looks like there's, yeah. So I am going to have to obviously do some testing of these off camera. So this was just the unboxing portion of this video. I'm going to do some listening, different types of music, play with these for a little bit, and then I will jump to the computer and kind of talk about kind of my findings with these after I've used them for a little bit of time. So I'm going to jump over to the computer and we'll finish up the review.
So I've been using these headphones on and off for about a week now. I've been using them in a combination of work situations, so using them for phone calls, conference calls, and also listening to music. And I've got enough usage under my belt to have some opinions on a few different aspects of the headphones. First of all, just the wearability of the headphones, the comfort of the headphones. How do they feel on my head? Are they too tight on my ears? That sort of thing. And generally, and as I mentioned a little bit earlier when I was doing the unboxing, is they do remind me a lot of the Bose Quiet Comfort 35 series headphones. In the ear pad shape, the feeling of the ear pads themselves, very soft, kind of not leather, but kind of a pleather-like material, and it's very comfortable. So you can go long periods of time, and it doesn't really hurt my ears, and they're very comfortable, like I said. So going back to when I was doing the unboxing, the weight is not too much that it's too heavy on your head. So again, just all in all, from a comfort perspective, they feel really good, and they're adjustable. So I would imagine that, and I have a big head, so if they fit me, they're going to probably fit most people. From a battery life perspective, Boltune advertises that they have a 30-hour play time, and it will charge in about an hour, and 5 minutes of charging will give you 2 hours of use. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't charge these at all for the whole week that I was using them. I just used them, I charged them at the beginning, and then, like I said, over the course of the week, listen to some music at work, use it for multiple phone calls where, I have multiple hour-long sorts of phone calls where, either I was listening a lot and or talking as part of some conference calls. And I think when I checked, it looked like there's, maybe 10 to 15% of battery life left after I used them a ton. So I have no doubt that the 30-hour playtime number is fairly accurate. And the interesting thing is, and I don't know about other technology that other headphones use, but I did do some research based on what I read on their on their Amazon listing, and they do use a Qualcomm QC 3003 chip, which is basically a Bluetooth 5 stereo headphone, chipset that has, low power consumption, high performance stereo codec and power management and all of that. So that's one interesting thing, right? That they're using Qualcomm chips there. So, and it seems like when I was listening to them, it does seem that it does use low power consumption because the battery seemed to last quite a bit. From the aspect of active noise cancellation, that was another thing that I was pretty surprised about. Using them as a comparison to the Bose noise cancellation. I mean, that's one thing that I'm very used to because I use those a lot. This is, it's hard to say, right? It's totally subjective comparison, on my part. But the noise cancellation is almost as good as the Bose. So, I mean, what defines almost? It's kind of hard to say. But the one thing, again, I did a little bit of research. They do use a company called AMS. Their AS3435 noise canceling chipset, and you can read a bunch about that on the AMS website. So it seems like, they're using a very high quality chipset for doing the noise cancellation, and it sounds pretty good. Like I said, there's a definite difference, when you have it turned on versus when you have it turned off. And I would say that it works very well. Music reproduction is very good as well. It has a pretty decent amount of bass. So if you're into, kind of bassy music and, hard hitting music, I think these would work really well for you. From the aspect of the phone conversations, as I mentioned before, phone calls sounded clear. I could understand everybody and, all of what was going on the other end of the line. It does have noise canceling microphones as well. And so I think a lot of the people that I work with must wonder why I keep asking them if I sound okay on the phone, because I've tried this headphones and some other headphones kind of for the channel here. But they said I sounded, perfectly clear, no problems on that end. So from the receiving end of a phone call, these microphones seem to reproduce the voice very well and, kind of have the noise canceling for the microphones as well. And so just in summary, I just wanted to kind of, since not every product is perfect, right? There's always some room for improvements. And I would say probably, one of the things that I really like on other headphones that I've used in the past, including the Bose ones and or even things like AirPods, is the ability to, when you take the headset off, when you're playing music, to have it auto pause. That's something I really enjoy, and it's something that's kind of missing in these headphones and some of those advanced features that you might see along those lines. And again, you have to kind of consider that, what is the price point of this headphone? It's a, kind of a mid-range, headphone, in my opinion, right? It's not $100. It's less than $100. It's more than $50. And so it's kind of always like, well, what can you expect for that price? All around, I think these give a good value just from my experience in listening to them, using them in the different scenarios that I mentioned earlier, the battery life, all of that sort of thing, kind of plays to its advantage. But if Boltune wanted to kind of kick it up a notch, if they added something like, pausing when you take them off your head, your music playback or something like that, and when you put them back on, it would start playing again. That would be something that would be awesome, right? That would be a good improvement. And then other things that other headphones have that cost a lot more money are things like integration with your, Google Assistant and Siri and all that sort of thing. And things like volume adaptive EQ. So as you turn the volume up and down, the headphones kind of manage the equalization to be optimized for those volume levels. That would be something also that would be awesome. But again, those are things that I'm asking for that probably would put these in a price point that it's much higher than what it is, right? So it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, you can improve it, but then they would start to cost twice as much money or something like that. So all in all, everything considered, I would give these a solid 4 out of 5 star rating. Basically because of the price and the sound quality and the value that I think that you get for that price. So if you're looking for something in the $60 to $70 range for noise canceling Bluetooth headphones, I would definitely consider taking a look at these. I'll link to the Amazon listing in the description. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop a comment below. Consider subscribing, liking the channel. This is Andrew from T is for Tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.